Hi, today was day 3 of my Peru adventure, and it's been an amazing day. Quite tiring, but really so jam packed full of wonderful things. I'll try and remember as much as possible, and of course, I'll be sharing photos, videos today, but also we're traveling with a videographer, and so we're hoping to have some really nice videos to show you later as well. So the first thing we did today was go to Maras here in the Sacred Valley. A lot of people go to Maras to see the Salinas de Sal, the salt mines, the salt production area, and we didn't have time for that today as we're working, but you could obviously visit there normally. But what we did was we went to meet Nico's friend Albiesue, his name is, and he has a hacienda just outside of Maras and beautiful Peruvian Paso horses, which he rears and trains himself. So we were met by Albiesue and some beautiful horses with gorgeous saddles and bridles, and we rode from Maras to Moray. So Moray is an archaeological site. Sorry, I'm a bit tired. Archaeological site, just a little way away from Maras, and it's absolutely beautiful. And the riding was incredible. And I'm not a rider, but I mean I've ridden horses, but I don't really know what I'm doing. But these Peruvian Paso horses are incredible. They have a unique gait, and the way that the gait has been developed means that you have an incredibly smooth ride. So it's a really interesting experience. And I've been told that if you know what you're doing on a horse, that people who are actually riders find it really fascinating to ride these Peruvian horses. So we rode up on the plateau. So I think normally when tourists go horse riding and they're staying down in the valley, they often get taken on horse riding down in the valley, which can be quite busy. And you're looking up at the mountains, and there's kind of horses, dogs and people, and it's quite rocky apparently. I'll just put that light on, see if that makes it better. And so we were up on the plateau, so the most incredible views of the mountains. I mean, stunning. We had snow-capped mountains in one area. I am in the dry season, but for me it was still beautiful because you had the dark browns of the fields that were tilled, and then the kind of yellowy white fields of dry grass and dry crops. And they're just planting again now, ready for the rainy season. So there's no, we didn't see any tourists. We were riding these horses. We were going cross country, being respectful of the fields, obviously. And the most exquisite thing too was that we went up around the back of Moray on a very small trail and got to look down and get this whole view of the archaeology site, which was really breathtaking, really special. And then we rode back to Maras, and we interviewed Albiesue a little bit, and lovely man, just very fascinating to hear his history and his family and how he got into the Paso horses, his father, what he used to do with the horses, how they got into tourism. Very special. Then we went into Maras, and we stopped on a street that looked like any other, and we knocked on a door, and out came a man called Jeremy, and we went into his house, and basically they have a closed house restaurant. So it's a private house. They have 3 different dining spaces. They have their own garden and their own farm just outside of town. And Jeremy's wife, Tati, is the chef. They met in the rainforest in Peru. He was a birdwatching guide, still is, obviously. And Tati was a chef at the lodge, and they met there, and they've ended up coming to Maras and setting up this incredible restaurant. It's not a restaurant. So we had a tour of the garden, we had a lovely chat, and then we were served a wonderful 3-course lunch in a room with a totally glass wall which looked out onto the mountains again, snow-capped mountains. Exquisite food, and of course they don't really have a menu. They find what they have. It's very seasonal. They're farm to table, so depends on what ingredients and what products they have. They're fully organic. And Tati wakes up in the morning or the day before and plans what she's going to cook. So it's wonderful. You rock up and you don't know what you're eating, and it's marvelous. And of course, she does cater for people who have certain requirements about food. But still, it's very spontaneous, very creative, and very Peruvian. You know, they're so passionate and proud about the ingredients that they have, the way it's farmed, and the food that they can create with that, and the presentation. It was wonderful. And Tati and Jeremy sat with us for lunch and we talked, and then we had an interview which we hope to show you later. And it was another very special, very intimate experience, and just learning so much about the people and their lives and Peru and gastronomy in Peru, of course. So that was wonderful. And then the final thing we did was go to Chinchero town and meet Nilda, who is famosísimo. Nilda is another incredible person, such a beautiful character. And she, I think since the 70s, has been working to not only preserve but revive the textile tradition here in Peru, the weaving, the symbolism. So her aim is to get women weaving and reviving the techniques, and also keeping it sustainable. So teaching younger girls and women and teaching them how to make money out of it and earn a living from it. And you know, they do natural dyeing. They enter competitions. They win competitions worldwide. And it was such a lovely environment. It was full of women in traditional dress, and they were so happy to show us the whole process, you know, from spinning the yarn, which is amazing, done by hand, the quality, the spinning of the yarn, and then the weaving, the backstrap loom, and we saw the dyeing process, and just really beautiful. And again, she did an interview with Nico, which was really special. And we hope to show that to you. And it was wonderful to hear her words on empowering women, and also preserving these wonderful techniques and traditions as well. So it was a jam-packed day. It was beautiful to meet so many interesting people and to see the scenery in a way where we felt space and freedom, and just it was really incredible. So that was my day today, and I hope you enjoy the images and the videos that I'll put on Facebook and Instagram. And please do ask questions, and I look forward to catching you up with what we do tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Bye.